Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Mahashem, Yahushai, Mahashem, Wakak, Kodash, and double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishop. Great millstone, shalom to you, brothers, Christians, truth, and sincerity all over the earth. And just real quick, I want to go on this. Now, Deacon Akai, formerly from Sakari, is in Genesis now. I don't know if he goes by Deacon Akai anymore, or just Akai, or whatever. He still has Deacon in his YouTube channel, so you can call him Deacon Akai. It says GMS. Now, it's gonna be a quick video. I'm just watching the Elder Monopson's video. As you see, pretty much at the 5-minute mark. And it says GMS has been doing a lot of videos on me lately, but they never responded to this video. Can Elder Apostles are hard? And the rest of GMS respond to this. I'm waiting patiently. Shalom. Meet GMS, black cult that wants to take little girls. And here is one of them groups that I mentioned before in previous videos. Well, it is pretty much every group besides the affiliates and myself that have a problem. But the other groups besides the affiliates and myself have a problem with they're really offended and ashamed of the gospel, if we just put it like that. And the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with them, to put it like that. And then they're not of the elect, just to put it like that as well. Just gonna get straight to the point. Like I said, it's not gonna be a long video, but they're upset and mad about the scriptures. When you go to the Apostle Paul's writings, when it says, "Well, a woman past the flower of her age, let them marry, they sin not," right? So when you go to that scriptures and when you read that, when a woman is past the flower of her age, she has her period. She has her period, and at that point in time, right, according to the biblical ancient times, and according to the scriptures, once a woman is past the flower of her age, once a woman has her period, she is a woman, right? And a woman has their period at the age around 12, 13, 14, right? And biblically speaking, and actually when you go by biological speaking as well, when it goes to your human body, you were put on the earth to reproduce and multiply, right? When a woman has her period, her menstrual, she is considered a woman. Why? Because she can bring forth children. So when you bring that out in the scriptures, people get, you like to touch children, you like the little girls, brother. And that's why this is their main point of contention when you bring this out, because they have women, you know the damn so-called black women getting their feelings. That's their point of contention, is because they look at these GMS, they teaching girls. No, nobody's touching and nobody's saying go doing anything. Why? I say this all the time. Why? Because we're in Babylon the Great. Nobody is saying go do this, because you know what's going to happen, because we're under Esau's rule. You'll be in jail. But this is not about Esau's his laws, right? This is about the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. This is about the truth of the scriptures. This is about bringing the whole gospel out, not being ashamed what's in there, and bringing it out no matter whether they hear or whether they forbear. Like he said to Ezekiel. All right, like the Lord said unto Ezekiel. Right? Make your head hard against their head. Whether they don't be dismayed at their faces, they're going to give you them looks. It doesn't matter. Right? They're going to talk. They're going to talk about you. They're going to do these things. Bring out the truth of the Lord, man. And that is the truth of the Lord. When a woman is past the flower of her age, she can have children. Therefore, she is a woman. It's the same thing for a man. Once the man hits puberty, once you can start busting off, right, you can have kids. Right? And people just don't understand. The thing is, you're ashamed to say that. You're ashamed of the gospel. And I'm not saying it's all right, but you being ashamed of the gospel is obviously you're not of the elect. You're not of the elect. You're ashamed of the gospel, and you're just not gonna be delivered. You're destined for destruction, man, because you have a problem with bringing out the scriptures. Right? They don't ever touch about that, because what do you say the flower of the age is, or do they say the Apostle Paul was going off of that, because you know that group, because they were formerly in Sakari, they had a point of contention with the Apostle Paul's writings. So do you have a point of contention with that? What I want to know, what do they think that it means? What do you think that means? Or what do you think that it's saying? I need a breakdown of that. Because that's what the flower of the age means, man. That's what it is. And if you were scared to bring that out, man, just say that. But here it is, you got these people that is slandering, bringing out false information to make himself look better, right? Because you get mad because they get on you and we get on you, well, when you bringing out false doctrine, which needs to be brought out, that is scriptural, right? You love all these debates, you love all these attention for the money and all the other stuff, but you're not going to bring out the truth. It's because you're in the truth for money. That's why you left Sakari, you're still selling the merchandise, and you're doing those things, man. Probably still selling the breakdowns and Hebrew names and prayers, and you got a Patreon and all the other stuff, man. You're in it for money. So you're going to say some truth, absolutely, but then you're also going to make it seem fitting for everybody. And you're not going to bring out the reality, the harsh reality of the scriptures, because you know a lot of people don't want to hear the harsh reality of the scriptures. Like the scripture says, it says, don't speak unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, man. Right? What is that? Isaiah 8:20. That's what you want to do. And that's not what this is about, man. You're getting lower and lower, man. Just trying to throw low blows, man. And that's the only thing they can say. But it's okay. It's scriptural that it's going to happen that way. Only thing you're doing is furthering your destruction, man. Titus 1 and verse 5. It says qualifications of elders. It says, for this cause left I thee in Crete. It says that thou shouldest set in order the things that are wanting, and ordain elders in every city, as I had appointed thee. If any be blameless, the husband of one wife, having faithful children, not accused of riot or unruly. It says, for a bishop must be blameless as a steward of the Most High. It says, and not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, nor striker, not given to filthy lucre. Hold on, here with me. Let's step outside, brothers, on the balcony here. All right. All right, let's keep going. It says, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good man, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able to be sound doctrine, both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. For there are many, now listen, this is Titus 1 and 10, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not. And what is the thing that they ought not to teach? Right. Talking about Hassad, talking about the Russians was going to come in power. The Russians were going to come in power a little bit after Babylon was destroyed, and all the other stuff, man. And the list goes on and on. And like I said, I want to know what they teach. What the Apostle Paul is. If you don't find his letters authoritative, if you don't find him authoritative, and all other things that they teach, man. Right? It says for filthy lucre's sake, and that's what the things that they do. Because if you can't see this thing is that slandering, he might have an actual problem, you know. But it's about money, because you know a lot of the women, a lot of the his followers, and we go with his live streams is women on the comment board, right? And you know people in just simple niggas in general, so they're not going to be giving him the money and the cash apps and the donations and the subs to the YouTube channel and all those other things because of what the doctrine is, right? So he stays away from that. He constantly does the slander, and the thing is, You're taking it above and beyond, and you're slandering. You're doing these things because of the nigga that's in you, man. You see, when you're getting rebuked, when you get corrected and you get rebuked, it's not out of hate. It's out of you're teaching something wrong or you're saying something wrong, and it's a correction, right? That's biblical. So you be sound. Let's get that. So you can be sound in the faith. But now, the way you're coming at it, you're doing it a completely different way, man. Titus 1:13. Oh, it's actually right here. Titus 1:14, right? Actually, no. Yeah. Titus 1:13. It says, the witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply. Right? So when you're going off, when you're saying something wrong, that's what happens. You get the rebuke. And you should be wanted to be rebuked. Right? So you may correct what you're doing so you can teach the right thing, because you don't understand, when you're not teaching the right thing, you're playing a very dangerous game. Right? You're playing a very dangerous game where you're not teaching something correctly. Right? It says the witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. So you can be sound in the faith, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth, until the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know the Most High, but in works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and into every good work reprobate. See, and that's what you're doing. You getting rebuked in the videos made about you because of things that you're going off on. You took the rebuke. You took that as hate, or however you took it, which I'm going to assume that you took it as hate, or they're hating on you because of your lifestyle and all the other stuff. So you took that and you're flipping it now, right? You're taking it and you're going for like I say, it's slander. And that's hold on. You can get the definition of slander, because you're coming from people's characters, man, and that's something that you've been doing, that they've been doing for a very long time. Starting in Sakari. Starting in Sakari, and then you're keeping it going. All right. It says slander. It says the action of crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to the person's reputation. Make false and damaging statements about someone. Defame someone's character. Defamation. Tell lies about. Speak evil of. Drag through the mud. Smear. Tarnish, taint, traduce. It's a slur, right? Because that's what you're doing, man, and you know it. But it's all right though. Why? Because of this right here. Because that's, like I said, all this goes to show is that you're ashamed of the gospel, man. That's just all that goes to show. Anytime you bring that out and you say that, it just goes to show that you're saying. Because you'd have to go into that point where Apostle Paul was saying, let them marry, he sin not, once a woman applies as far as they age. You would have to explain that, and you'd have to explain what that means. Because that's a part of the scriptures too, man. But you're ashamed of the gospel because you've been Americanized. You've been in Babylon the Great for too long. And it goes to show, you can tell that's why he's been in Babylon the Great for too long, by their actions. John 15:18. It says that the world hate you because, GMS and its affiliates is the most hated group in Israel, man. They'll be called the bums, the child people, and all types of things, man. Haters. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world, it says the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. So if the world hated Yahushua, and he was slandered, and he was talked ill against, evil spoken of, and all the other things, the same thing's going to happen to us, man. The same exact thing, because the servant is not greater than his master. So the things that he went through, we're going to go through it as well. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Do you see? And that's what it is. You're ashamed of the gospel. You're ashamed to bring out the truth. You're ashamed to bring out the harsh reality. You're ashamed of those things, and you shouldn't be. But the fact that you are, it goes to show that you're not elect, man. In Deacon Akah and Hassad, there's some demons, man. There's some demons. Because there's some people that defended, I remember when Hassad came up to the brothers in, was it North Carolina or South Carolina? He came up to them, talking about, I'm humbly here to try to talk about Ezekiel and ask these questions. Some dude, I remember, he came on Elder Apostle Tahar's comment board talking about Hassad is humble. He was trying to know he's not. I believe it was Elder Apostle Tahar's comment board. He was like, oh, he's humble. He's trying to know he wasn't, man. He was trying to start something. He think he had the answers, so he came up there to try to debate and try to prove them wrong. He wasn't up there trying to ask a sincere question and try to get a sincere answer and the actual understanding of whatever he was asking. He was there to start some stuff, man. And it's very clear. It's very, 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 very clear, man. These people, but then the thing is, these people watch these people for entertainment, and then when they say something confusing you, then you want to come around and ask questions to them. Oh, what did that mean, brother? You break that down, brother. That's because you get confused watching all of the groups, because you just watch for entertainment. Matthew 5, and I'm going to close out after this. Like I said, it wasn't going to be super long. Matthew 5 and verse 10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you. Right? Now listen. And shall say all manner of evil against you. Or they touch children, brother. They're the child, brother, the child group, brother, for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. You understand that? Read that again. Matthew 5 and verse 11. It says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you. All right, let's pull up the definition of revile. Let's get the revile definition, right? So I know what these words means. Slander means to defame, right? Revile. Definition. Criticize in an abusive or angrily insulting manner. Condemn, attack. Right. Kind of the same word as slander. Denounce, defame, smear. There it is, slander right there. Slander's right there, see? Cast a slur on. See, abuse, slam, bash. See? So blessed are you when men shall revile you and will persecute you, right? And shall say all manner of evil against you for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. The same people that persecuted the prophet are the same people back walking around on planet Earth today, man. The same nigga spirit and all the other stuff that people are doing. You see, they're going to constantly keep doing that, and you're in a blessed position. When people are talking ill about you, speaking evil about you, saying you do this and you do that, good, man. That means you're doing something right. Right? You're on the right path, because you don't see people. The thing is, you don't see anybody, all the Israelite groups. You don't see none of the Israelite groups getting on the other Israelite groups. You see, the only people that gets on the only other people of Israel is us, man. To rebuke them when they going off, or whatever the case may be. But anytime else, a group is going off or something, whether it be a doctrine or whatever the case, or action that they did, nobody ever says nothing about it, right? I think recently now, the Genesis, Hassan, and them probably said something about IUIC about something. But other than that, everybody just bees quiet. Nobody says nothing. You got all these groups talking about all types of things. Nobody saying nothing against them. But the second that the GMS and the affiliate say something, they immediately get on them. You see, and then they slander and evil. So forget GOCC saying Edomites can be saved. Forget the what is that group? What is that group called? Man, I can't forget their names. But they said the Yahweh Shai didn't do literal miracles. He didn't do literal miracles. What else? We got IUIC talking about some. What was IUIC talk about? I know they went off on the lake of fire. They talk about Friday sundown, Saturday sundown, Sabbath, all types of things that they talk about. They united in Christ, brother. Go off on the name. Nobody rebukes him. But the second GMS say something, oh, get on. See? And that's the point. I'll be ready in a second.
Huh?
I'll be ready in a second.
Oh, no, ready.
All right. What was what was I getting ready to say? Hold on, brothers. I think that's it. Did I read John? Hold on. Let's get John. No, I did read John. Is there anything else? Let me see if there's anything else on John. I think that might be it there. Let's just keep going on. Let's read 22 actually. This is John 15:22. It says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not sinned. But now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. Let's get this last one. Then I'm going to close out. Ashamed of the gospel. Let's see if I can get that. The gospel. Wait, hold on. Wait back. We're going to get both of these. Romans 1:16. We're going to start at 15. Romans 1:15. It says, so as much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. Who is this talking about? The Israelites. I'm not talking about the Roman citizens, bro. The actual Romans, the Edomites. It says, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of the anointed. And that's what we have to be. For it is the power of the Most High unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also the Greek. The same people. You see the Jew and the Greek, brother. It's the same people. Israelites. Israelites. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. Right? You can't be ashamed. Just like the Apostle Paul said, for I am not ashamed of the gospel. And that it means bringing out everything in it, man. Whether they hear, whether they like it, or whether they don't, it does not matter. It has to be brought out for the truth's sake, man. And the last thing right now is 2 Timothy. What was it? There's 2 in 2 Timothy 1, verse 8. We're going to start at 6. Yeah, 2 Timothy 1. And verse 6. It says, wherefore I put thee in remembrance that thou stir up the gift of the Most High, which is in thee by the putting of my hands. It says, for the Most High hath not given us a spirit of fear, but the power of love, but of power and of love, and of a sound mind. It says, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of the Most High, right? Who hath saved us and called us with an holy calling, not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and grace, which was given us in the anointed Hamashiach Yahushua before the world began, but is now made manifest by the appearing of our Savior Yahushua Hamashiach, who hath abolished death and hath brought life and immortality to light through the gospel, whereunto I am appointed a preacher and an apostle and a teacher of the Gentiles. It says, for the which cause I also suffer these things. Nevertheless, I am not ashamed, right? For I know whom I have believed, and am persuaded that he is able to keep that which I have committed unto him against that day. Hold fast the form of sound words which thou hast heard of me in faith and faith and love, which is in the Mashiach Yahushua. And that all that goes down to is just being ashamed of the gospel, man. You're slandering and you're ashamed. That's all it is. So that's it, man.